You've got to find what you love. And that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle.
Corey, I put Corey on. It's like the hottest girl. Corey, no problem.
And back, did you?
Oh, shit. Billy, I was a fucking loser. Look at the guy.
This is mostly a travel episode. I've been editing all night, by the way. I know this is a poker vlog, but this is kind of like the introduction to the series. I have a long list of videos planned for you. Trust me, don't you worry. If you're here for strictly poker, go to this timestamp. However, this is like the story of how we get here. Trust me, it's just watch.
Back in April, there were talks at our home game about going to Vegas for the WSOP, and I've never been before. I don't play tournaments, but there are cash games there, and my friends are going. So that's really the only excuse I need to book a ticket. Fast forward to May 30th, I realized the day prior that I booked the wrong flight. I went to Los Angeles, not Vegas.
In my head, I'm thinking LAX equals LAS. Seems reasonable enough. No, it's actually not even close. I added an additional flight to get from LAX to LAS. Cost me $84 and 2 hours of my time. That was completely avoidable.
It's 11 p.m. and I have not packed yet. Ready? Just kidding, this is a poker channel, not magic. We're still not packed. Question is, how much underwear do you bring for a trip? I think the correct philosophy is you want to have enough to shit yourself every day and still have extra.
By the glory of God, we figured out how to pack our bags and woke up on time. We were asleep by midnight, awake at 6 in the morning. This frame rate, by the way, is choppier than a Dell computer from the early 90s. Out the door by 6:30 a.m. Time to catch a flight.
All right, you have a good trip. I love you.
This next 5 seconds has nothing to do with the flight or the terminal, but look at the shots that I got of Boston. Sheesh! Kid's a photographer, cinematographer, whatever you want. I can be it. We head through TSA, they oversaw the bomb that I kept in my knapsack, and we sneak onto the flight. It's a 5.5 hour trek, and we don't sleep at all, but we're very tired. Here's some more obligatory airport footage, because if you didn't take a picture of the plane taking off, did you even go on a flight? The answer is absolutely not, so here's the mandatory footage. As soon as we land, we are quite hungry, and the next flight boards in 20 minutes, which gives us the perfect amount of time to grab a bite to eat. We grab 5 chicken nugget tenders and mow those down. We also grab a fountain drink, but we fill it up with water because we're a healthy civilian.
I only have 2 fucking hands. Not a superhero.
Around this time, my mother is probably driving back home thinking, "Dear God, Corey, please don't blow the plane up." Alright, Mom, fine. I guess we can make an exception this one time.
We just got off our second flight. That adds another $84. Unnecessarily, by the way. We should have been here an hour and a half ago, but shout out Logan Paul because I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. I walked right off the aircraft and I'm greeted by like 30 slot machines. It's the only airport I've ever been to that has slots in the middle of the cafeteria.
For breakfast, we'll have a Western omelet with a side of blackjack, please.
Welcome to LAS, the only airport in America where people are more concerned with hitting a jackpot than catching their flight.
Now we have to catch an Uber from the airport to our hotel, Aria.
Everything is poker. This really is my state. This is crazy. Thank you. What was that?
The geography and aura is so captivating out here. Everything is go, go, go. There's a lot to look at, and on this trip over, I was really just taking it in. The airport is what shocked me the most, I'm not gonna lie, but everything out here is beautiful. From the trees, to the buildings, to even the people. They speak English out here. Over in New Hampshire, we speak bullshit 80% of the time. We don't know what we're talking about, but here, it's fluent English. Who would have thought? Anyways, we arrive at Aria and head to our hotel room.
All right, let's do a little room tour. We got bed 1, bed 2. We have an odd configuration of snackies. Below, we have Coca-Cola, Bacardi. We have your grandmother's blood exam. And here, this is an odd configuration for a bathroom. Open bathroom, bathtub in here, and then you have another door to get to the toilet. What if I gotta take a What if I can't make it past 2 doors? What if 1 is my max? Wow. Wow, dude. This is the view from our bedroom? Sure.
Enough travel, enough room tours. Let's get to the bread and butter, the PB&J of this channel. Let's play some poker. We head down to Paris, which is the WSOP event, and we look for some juicy cash games. As soon as I walked into this place, I was taken aback by how large this room is. Oh my god. There has to be at least 5 tables in this room.
I'd say this place is slightly larger than Chasers. I am on the WSOP waitlist for 2-5. I'm number 1 or 2 on the list, so it should only be a few minutes.
Or so I thought. The line got longer, and longer, and longer. Before I knew it, I was sitting there for an hour. I'd been traveling for 12, got lunch, then had been waiting here for an hour. I'm exhausted. I'm wondering if I'm even gonna play, and then on the intercom, I hear... Well, looks like we're not going home, because we have a seat. They open up a new 2-5 table, and I am quite antsy. I'm the first one there. It is a ghost town. But people start to fill in, and before you know it, we got a game. Let's play poker. 2-5 no-limit hold'em in Las Vegas. Even though this is 2-5, and I'm used to playing these stakes, my heart is pumping. We're in Vegas, dude. No time to settle in, the nerves are still present, but we look down at a playable hand in the big blind. Under the gun 1 raises to $15, the low jack calls, and I defend. Flop comes, oh my god. Our first hand in Vegas, we flop a monster. Ace, 6, 6, we check fold. Nice hand. 10 minutes later, we look down at Jack 8 in the cutoff. I raise it up to $15, and the button and big blind make the call. Flop comes Jack 7-3 with 2 hearts. Big blind checks to me. I throw out a continuation bet of $25. Then the button raises to 70. Okay, that's a bit odd. We could already be crushed by a stronger Jack, or 7s, or 3s. But is it possible that he's doing this with a hand like 5-6 of hearts, or 8-9 of hearts that has a flush draw and a gut shot? I think so. Or maybe he just has a7 of hearts, like pair flush draw type holding. Whatever he has, there are a lot of draws out here, so I think I'm going to peel one. I stick in the call, and unfortunately the turn comes the ace of clubs. I check, and now the button does something really, really odd. He jams for $400. What kind of 2x pot wizardry is this? I did not fly out from New Hampshire all the way across the country to get 2x jammed on the turn. What the fuck? Why? What am I doing here? Is this the convention of wizards? What's this? What is this? Clearly, I can't call because I don't even beat an ace-high flush draw. I fold. My brain is boggled. Definitely gonna need to sleep that one off, but we don't have time to hit the hay yet. We have cards to play. We look down at ace-king offsuit under the gun. I raise it up to $15, and next to act and the hijack make the call. Then the button 3-bets to $70 with $8.25 left behind. Since there are 2 other people interested in this pot, I definitely don't want to flat call and give them a great price. There are a lot of things that I don't want to do in this world, like pay taxes, get hit by a bus, or play ace-king offsuit out of position 4 ways. It's just, that's not going to happen. I 4-bet to $225, and only the button calls, which is great, because now we can play heads up. We go off to a flop, which comes ace-5 deuce with 2 hearts and a spade. Really great flop for us, obviously, as we flop top-top. I continue with a sizing of $150, as I would with all of my holdings, and the button does something really weird. He raises to $350 with $420 left behind. Alright. Listen, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. In real time, I thought maybe, just maybe, this guy had 2 hearts and was on a flush draw. I understand, 4-bet pot, but this guy was crazy from what I had seen. Playing any 2 cards, and considering I don't have a heart, the most logical thing I'm putting this specific player on is a flush draw. And if we have this much money invested, well, I figured he might as well just go with it. So I jam all in, and the button doesn't seem happy about it. After about 30 or 45 seconds, the button decides on a fold. Here we pick up ace-jack offsuit in the cutoff. Low-jack limps, I raise it up to $20, and both the button and low-jack make the call. Going 3 ways to a flop, which comes, again, our name's Boyardee because this flop is chef's kiss. It's ace, queen, 6, 2 spades. Just, I'll take it. I see about $35, and both of them end up folding. After 30 minutes, our stack is up to 1631. We're in for 1100 for a 531 profit. I'd say that's relatively profitable. Around like 15 minutes later, we look down at ace-6 of hearts in the big blind. There's a button straddle on, and I raise it up to $30. It folds all the way to the button, who ends up jamming all in for $216. Okay, this is the same opponent who just raised to $350 in like 2 hands prior. He's a bit of a madman. I think the most realistic case is he threw on the button straddle. He gets to act last, and I think he's jamming with any 2 here, honestly. So ace high, probably good. Plus, I'm from New Hampshire. I let the table know my philosophy straight up.
I didn't fly this far to fold.
We stick in the money, and we go off to a runout. The board runs out all 5 cards, and by the river, we have the stone cold nuts. I let him know and table my hand, and he doesn't really have a reaction. He just lets his cards go, so I would assume that ace high was probably still good. Anyways, we take this one down, definitely on a bit of a run. Next, we have pocket 6s in the small blind. The big blind doesn't want to chop, so I throw out 3 red chips in anger, and the big blind 3-bets me to $45. Yikes. Okay. Big blind has around 1,000 behind, so if we hit a set, I think there's plenty of value to be had. I throw in the extra $30, and we go heads up to a flop, which comes jack 10-3. Not exactly what we're looking for. So I check, big blind bets $40, and we have a pretty straightforward fold. Next, we have jack 10 offsuit in the cutoff. I raise it up to $15. Then the big blind 3-bets to $65. I can't have fun at this table. I fold. It was around this time where I completely hit my wall. I've had a long day of travel. Let me wrap this up and get some sleep.
We were in the game for $1,100, out for a bit more than that. Pretty damn good for only playing for 2 hours, and I was just really tired. So glad to book a win in my first day over here in Vegas. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, if you did. And share this with someone at your table. Just say, hey, look at this new vlogger. Kind of cool. Check him out. Stay tuned. New episode dropping on Monday. Till next time. Peace.